This song is a song called Boys Do You Remember When? And it's about my boarding school years. I went to boarding school at the age of 12 years old. My father, it sounds pretty pathetic actually. My father, he wanted us to go to boarding school, but he actually wanted us to go earlier because he moved us into an apartment building in downtown Toronto. It had a certain number of rooms, and the room that we had, he wanted to make into an office, so he sent us away to boarding school. So this song is about, I met my friends who were older now, but we went to boarding school at the age of 12. There was a guy by the name of Don Naylor, Bob Rumble, Rich Reed, Willie Stewart, Jody Travis, Bobby Walker. We were all together over the weekend, a couple weekends ago, and sharing memories. They're all doing well. They're all incredibly good friends, and as I say in the song, kind of like brothers and family, people that you grew up with. Well, it was really kind of like the old boarding school days with corporal punishment and massive bullying and everything that you wouldn't be doing these days. We had happen to us when we were 12 years old around that time. So this song is about that. So here we go. 12 years old when I met them, and fellow boys away from home. No parents here, we could forget them. Barrack beds became our home. Boys, do you remember then, when we became men? When we became men, do you remember then? Boy, do you remember then? When we became men, when we became men, do you remember when? Rules and discipline would mold us. Lord of the Flies became our school. Bullet boys were treated useless. You prayed the bullet boy wasn't you. Boys, do you remember then, when we became men? When we became men, do you remember when? Do you remember then, when we boys became men? When we became men, do you remember then? Not all these years were misery. Boyish pranks sometimes would do us good, but still the misery was in our history, and I'd change it if we could. Now I'm going back to meet them, share the stories now we're old. They are my brothers, they're my family, but I'm gonna ask them if they know. Boys, do you remember them?